Hi, Summer. I am leaving work right now and experimenting here with my phone. Not sure how well you can hear me. I got my air conditioning going. It's a necessity. Alright. So I've been having a little trouble with my mom. As I explained in my more recent video, just what's going on with my life. One priority for me right now is doing what I can to get my mom situated and comfortable. But the issues that we've had in our relationship have been making that a challenge. So I'm trying to figure out how to handle that. And the thought that I wanted to share with you is just in general how, when people have problems with each other, there's a mature way to handle that. And I don't know if anyone really knows what the textbook mature way is to handle relationship issues. I mean, and that relationship issues, that term itself can mean a lot of different things. On the one hand, people want to involve their emotions in their functioning. I mean, emotions are appropriate, and they can be a powerful thing, and they can be a very good thing. So, on the one hand, you don't want to be passionless in your interactions, but on the other hand, there's always an argument that you want to use reason and logic and to focus and to stay calm and to try to use some part of your mind that has better judgment than solely the emotional part. But I've never seen a real good explanation for how to separate those two, or what either of those two really even are, let alone how to use them in a mature way. There's a lot of different pop culture references to these ideas, but being someone who has been through a lot of psychology classes that got me a bachelor's degree and then also a master's degree in mental health counseling, I've seen very little of this kind of discussion from a clinical point of view in terms of what has been shown to be reliable in people's lives. It's there. There's a lot of research into this. There's treatment plans that are based on evidence-based research, clinical interventions that have been tried out in clinical trials. You can buy treatment plan manuals that refer you as a clinician to skills that actually work, to interventions, psychological interventions that actually work, in application to a variety of problems, including relationship problems. So it's out there, but trying to pin down, the textbook mature way of handling relationship issues, that can be quite a challenge. So anyway, I just want to first of all just acknowledge the difficulty in that. There's all these opinions out there about what the mature way to handle relationship issues are, but what that is not all the time very clear. So in my particular situation, right now, specifically with my mom, I think maybe part of the solution is to talk to her. When two people have issues, there's always this, suggestion. It's a common suggestion that people talk things over. We need to talk. That kind of a suggestion. But what exactly you say and how to say it, that's kind of up in the air as far as I'm concerned. I've tried to apply that idea to a lot of my relationships and a lot of relationship issues with very minimal success. I mean, not everybody's on board with talking about things, and not everybody's on board with talking about things the way you want to talk about them. Whether you're using clinical advice on how to do that or not. And like I was saying before, that people want to use their emotions to varying degrees and think that emotions are appropriate to varying degrees in those kind of conversations. So that's just part of what I think makes that complicated. But with my situation with my mom, I feel like I need my emotions to help me navigate what to do and what not to do. Part of the problem I have with my mom is that she ignores me when I tell her that she's doing something that hurts me, and that has always been the case with my mom. tries to avoid taking responsibility for doing those things, in ways that lead to making things a lot more complicated and unresolved. And all of that can be very painful. Much of it accumulates, which just makes the relationship very distasteful to me in general. So in this situation, sorry, I'm driving, so I'm a little distracted. Yeah, I think we should talk about things. I mean, things are pretty bad right now, just in the last few days with her, and I feel awful about that. So I want to do something to resolve that. I'm brainstorming how to handle the situation. I got out of work a little early today and try to deal with it. And I was going to invite her out for coffee. She's busy. She has plans. So we're not going to do that. But I was thinking, what would I even say? How would we even talk things over? I don't exactly know. I mean, I want to brainstorm and collaborate, but you can really only do that with someone you trust and someone you're comfortable being open with. And unfortunately, I don't trust my mom in a lot of ways, and I am not comfortable being open with her in a lot of ways. Some of that is because she can be very explosive. She can be manipulative in that if I'm open with her about my life and the same things going on, she tries to coerce me to make choices in a way that she thinks is best. Not always considering what's best for me, but also with consideration of what's best for her. And a lot of times, very often, those suggestions are very poor suggestions. Looking at it from my own perspective of what's in my best interest. And she can be very forceful with making those suggestions. She also can be very emotionally reactive. She uses emotional escalation as a tool to try to get what she wants out of a situation. That's very exhausting. And I have to put my guard up around her a lot. So what I wish we could do is just sit down and brainstorm solutions and be open and openly come up with ideas and openly talk about what we want and what's bothering us. But I have always struggled to do that with my mother very much. I have not struggled to do that with other people. So I don't think this is just something that's universal. I don't think it's just hard to talk to everybody, as my mom would have me believe. Again, so as to not take responsibility for the ways that she is difficult to get along with. And I say that, it might be hard to believe, but I say that in a way that I'm trying not to pass judgment. Like I think a lot of her behavior that's destructive, like the behavior I'm describing, I think a lot of that is based on fear. I think it comes from pain. I think it comes from embarrassment. I think a lot of these things stem from what shaped her personality growing up. The world was a very different place back then. It was in a lot of ways a very ugly place. I don't know how different it is now, but I will give her the benefit of the doubt that there's reasons why she's like this, and that it comes down to some drive to protect herself. While that may give her some form of innocence and lead to some kind of forgiveness on my part, I still have to protect myself from her, because a lot of those things that she does like this are extremely painful for me. I have had a lot of pain and suffering in my life as a result of my mom's behavior. I don't want to sound melodramatic, and I think she would try to make the case that I am blowing things out of proportion, but I am not. A lot of the frustration that I've experienced as a result of my relationship with my mom, it makes me not want to be alive. It makes me want to kill myself. Just to show her how much she hurts me. She doesn't seem to receive my message that she hurts me as much as she does. In a way that I would always listen to my child if my child expressed that I was hurting them, in a heartbeat, I would consider what I'm doing, and if it's hurting them in some way, and try to see things from their perspective. But my mother has almost never ever done that, and when she has, it's been the result of agonizing effort on my part. Really, like getting blood from a stone is one way to put it. But anyway, this video is getting kind of long, so I guess I'll try to summarize what I'm saying here. Not just trying to ventilate or vent my frustration with my mom. I'm trying to explain something that I think a lot of people struggle with, and touch on something that I think is going to be a source of frustration for most people at some point in their life. And I want to give you some kind of insight to how I've dealt with this kind of frustration in a way that somehow helps you. So I hope I've done that. I love you very much. I'm going to continue here with my drama and try to improve life in some ways. So I love you very much.